Ladies and gentlemen, let me inform you, Simon Feck here, informing you, if you happen to know who Giuliano Argenti is, ladies and gentlemen, Giuliano will not show you his last name. Now, we're not doxing him, ladies and gentlemen, but everybody knows that Giuliano is hiding his last name. Giuliano is hiding his last name because his uncle, this is the MMA media scoop of the day, ladies and gentlemen, the MMA rumor mill says that Giuliano Argentini's uncle is actually the son of Sam. That's right. They changed their name from Falco to Fulco, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. That's your scoop. Giuliano Argentina, his uncle, is the son of Sam, ladies and gentlemen.
The murderer.
Everybody knows Argentina's last name is Falco. But really, the family changed the name from Fulco.
That's crazy.
From Falco, Fulco, ladies and gentlemen.
That's crazy. And how did you get your hands on this information?
That's the MMA rumor mill. I mean, everybody's got their hands on the MMA rumor mill. I mean, Giuliano has a McLaren, ladies and gentlemen, and he walks the 7-Eleven, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, who wouldn't have a McLaren and then just walk to 7-Eleven, ladies and gentlemen? You walk to 7-Eleven because your uncle is the son of Sam, ladies and gentlemen. And the family changed their name from Falco to Fulco, ladies and gentlemen, to try to avoid that. And Giuliano himself, he won't even deal with the Falco of the Fulco. Ladies and gentlemen, how you doing, champ?
Great. I made a sandwich.
Ladies and gentlemen, the champ is eating a sandwich, ladies and gentlemen.
Eating a sandwich. Very good. I've got some ranch in that. So when you say son of Sam, do you mean the son of Sam killer?
Yeah, that's right.
Wow.
That's right. I mean, Giuliano is trying his hardest to get away from the lure of the name son of Sam. Giuliano moved to California. Giuliano won't use the new family name Falco. Or excuse me, it's hard to keep these two together. Giuliano will not use the name Fulco, the new family name. That's right.
Interesting. And
very interesting.
So who is this Giuliano person?
Yeah, there you go. That sums it up. Like, who is he? He's a guy who probably right now is getting about 1,000 subscribers a day, and he's getting about 600 views per day. Now, you put the math together on that, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. I would argue that buying fake subscribers is almost worse than being a serial killer. Like, they're comparable.
That's right. I would rather be a serial killer than somebody that buys subscriptions.
Yeah. All the Simon Feck subscribers, that's organic.
That's right. Hey, you got some fans. There's WesternMassClimber. You wouldn't believe the silly shit Fulco texted me Thursday. Hey, listen, Western, I heard you saying this to somebody last night. I can't remember what it is or who it is or whatever. Oh, yeah. I think Giuliano wants to be like lovers with you or something like that. Isn't that it, Western? Western may have left. You see, when you don't get to the chat quick enough, people leave, ladies and gentlemen.
All right.
There he is. He's definitely gay. He's definitely gay. Have you seen the toothbrush incident? Let me say that again. Have you seen the toothbrush incident?
No, I've not seen the toothbrush incident. Tell me about that.
Well, Giuliani says he's not gay, but he has a video on his Facebook. And his Facebook, he's brushing his teeth and he's acting like he's got, you know, a man's baby arm in his mouth, ladies and gentlemen. And then the baby arm had some cream cheese, ladies and gentlemen, and sprayed it in his mouth, and it was like coming out of his mouth. It's kind of graphic, ladies and gentlemen, but that's the toothbrush incident.
Wow. You need to brush your teeth again after that.
Western was telling the gummy gang last night about the little back door, the backstage that's trying to slide into Western's DMs and saying, hey, Western, I know I've never seen you in person, but I am in love with your name, Western. You want to come over and bet up with me? I mean, Giuliani, listen, if you're gay, just come out and be gay. It's no big deal. Stop putting these girls up. Well, you're probably paying them to say that they're, you know, your girlfriend and everything, but you need to stop it. But if you want to pay Simon Feck some money, you know.
Are you saying that you would be willing to entertain his offers of like financial compensation for performing certain acts?
Now listen, champ. Simon Feck was trying to get out of what he was trying to say because it didn't sound right. You know what I'm saying? Now, what I'm trying to say is, hey, Giuliani, send Simon Feck some money. You send everybody else money. No, I'm not willing to entertain nothing like that. This is a straight bird right here, ladies and gentlemen. My wishbone, you crack it in half, it's still on the straight side, ladies and gentlemen. Simon Feck only plays one game, and that's birds, ladies and gentlemen. And then over there across the pond, birds are the same thing as chicks over on the other side of the pond, ladies and gentlemen.
That's correct. That is correct. We call them that.
Yeah. Well, birds. You know, I used to be on buses, you know, like tour buses and everything like that, and you pull a bird. I know what pulling a bird is, ladies and gentlemen. Simon Feck has flown around the world, ladies and gentlemen.
So when you were in the UK, did you pull any birds?
Well, right now, you know, right outside the birdhouse right here. See, I'm up a tree, right, in this little tiny birdhouse and everything. This place is so small, I had to push the bird out. The bird's out on the limb, and she might be able to hear me right now. I can't be talking about pulling birds. You know? I'm not Giuliani, ladies and gentlemen, sliding up in Western's DMs, asking Western if he wants to play.
Listen, we should get your wife on, you know, or Mrs. Feck. We should get her on and have her input on this situation as well, because I don't know if she's aware of what you do when you go into this room and you close the door and she just hears a lot of loud, distorted vocals. But it's time she knew the truth about Fulco and Fabiano and his penis pump and everything, you know.
That's a whole nother one. When we'll talk about the wife, who's not actually a wife, but you know, she's been around for a long, long time, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay.
But the Fabiano thing. And the
She's an older
thing.
woman.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, listen, champ, you're not supposed to be an investigator here.
She said she's been around for a long time.
Well, a long time. I mean, a long time for a guy that goes around on a tour bus around the world. 2 weeks is a long time, champ.
Oh, yeah? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And she's so proud of her man walking around, you know, looking like a black crow, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, she's proud of it. She's like, that's my man right there, my man right there. She's proud.
Are you at the bus stop with the Fisher Price microphone talking to everyone?
You know, it's rough, but right now I can hear her out on the limb out there laughing right now.
Oh, yeah?
About Simon Feck saying that she's so proud of, you know, Simon Feck. I mean, who wouldn't be proud of this? Take a look at this.
Yeah.
Take a look.
I think you're a genius, man. I really do. I have great respect for you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the champ, ladies and gentlemen, the champ thinks that Simon Feck is a genius, ladies and gentlemen.
I do.
Wait till you see when we team up with this other huge entity, who's a genius and who isn't a genius, ladies and gentlemen. Who's lurking, and who's typing? It's roll call, ladies and gentlemen. Who's in here, ladies and gentlemen? Who's in? Who's in?
I think it's just you and me.
We're looking at 4 high today, ladies and gentlemen. 4
Okay.
high.
Nice.
Yep. Yep.
Oh.
We got our first and only. As a matter of fact, we should just keep it that way. Because Western can definitely keep up with the wrench, the moderator, with this chat that seems to go a million miles an hour, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Yeah. We need to get someone in to control the chat because there's a lot of crazy stuff being written in there.
It's crazy. I'm here rolling AJ watching the boys, ladies and gentlemen.
Nice.
We got to do some of this stuff, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
We got to start putting it up.
But, we should start doing drugs on the air as well and cooking bacon.
I mean, it goes hand in hand, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
It's like, look at me, Simon Feck. I am natty, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, listen,
Are you?
the MMA guru claims that he's natty. He says that he got that big, you know, being natty. Well, let me tell you something, MMA guru. I think you're cooking bacon, MMA guru. You can't be natty. Yeah. Simon Feck is natty.
That's because the MMA guru died this week, right? He was 27.
Yeah, the MMA guru, he says it. He says that he died. And I think something like Simon Feck did. Yeah. There's a 27-year-old curse like Amy Winehouse, Jimi Hendrix, Jim Morrison.
Kurt Cobain as well, I think.
Kurt Cobain, ladies and gentlemen, the 27-year-old club.
The MMA guru.
27-year-old club.
So, sorry, I was just going to say the MMA guru is like the Kurt Cobain of YouTubers.
He's the cuckold?
No, I said he's the Kurt Cobain of YouTubers.
He's the Kurt Cobain, okay. Yeah, he is definitely the Kurt Cobain of MMA, ladies and gentlemen. Now let me say, Janis. That's right, Janis Joplin.
Oh,
Western comes in with Janis Joplin, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, Western, you're unbanned from the chat.
Now, let me tell you, our moderator is unbanned. Okay, let me tell you something. The MMA Guru is so pressed. The MMA Guru is so pressed for clout. He has to come on and say that he died at 27 years old to claim he's part of the 27-year-old curse, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. And it's crazy. I didn't even realize he was 27. He looks really good for that. He looked really good for that age. I thought he was like 22.
He just turned 27, and he's got almost a complete year to DK, ladies and gentlemen. As a matter of fact, I think it'll take the MMA Guru a complete year to decay after he claimed that he died at 27, ladies and gentlemen. That natty body of the MMA Guru is going to take a complete year to decay, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to see him laying in his natural state, ladies and gentlemen, he's going to be on display, ladies and gentlemen, at Wembley Stadium. It's the only field that can accommodate that big fat turd, ladies and gentlemen. You can pay your respects to the MMA Guru for almost a year until he's done decaying, ladies and gentlemen, with that big natty body of his, ladies and gentlemen.
We've actually received confirmation that MMA Guru's body will be embalmed in vape juice, so that's nice.
Absolutely. I mean, I heard that, and you're hearing it first.
Yep.
You're hearing it first.
Right
from the
here.
Simon Feck Show, straight from the champ. Hey, champ.
Yep.
I'm getting a lot of replies about you saying that you're the breakout star on the Simon Feck Show, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, really? That's great. Where are they, the
That's
replies?
That's right.
Yep.
Simon Feck's going to try to hold on to the champ as long as possible, ladies and gentlemen.
Since my last appearance, I have been getting DMs out the yin-yang, people interested in my services, and I say no. You leave with who brought you to the dance. Simon Feck brought me to the dance, and I am here until I die, which might be quite soon. So,
Yo, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Needle Drama Talking Showerhead, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, let me tell you something. The champ is a breakaway star on the Simon Feck Show, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you tune in next week, ladies and gentlemen. On most people's Sunday morning, it could be, if you're an Aussie, it could be Sunday night, ladies and gentlemen. Now
how
listen.
many batteries? Sorry.
Go ahead.
How many batteries does the Nina Drama Talking Showerhead use, and how long do they last?
Yeah, it's something. This is just a prototype. This isn't the actual Nina Drama Talking Showerhead. Now, that's a prototype. There's a few things wrong with it. The one thing, we'll get to the answer about the batteries, okay?
Sure.
But one thing is, people are saying that it does, like, say, too much talking. It gives you too much wisdom. It tells you what to do too much. They're saying more showerhead, less talking.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So this is just a prototype. And the batteries. So Nina Drama herself, Nina Drama tested out, and she says that 9-volt battery is not enough for the Nina Drama Talking Showerhead. So
she should get a rechargeable.
We're going to have to pump it up to 8D batteries, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow.
To satisfy Nina Drama, the Nina Drama Talking Showerhead is going to have to go up to 8D batteries, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be this big, long handle right here, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Big, long device endorsed by Nina Drama. This is a great thing for your show. This really is. And for you to have the first prototype of it. Because I saw the very first prototypes that you showed me, and it was like a data center, you know, just rooms filled with computers that powered this Nina Drama talking showerhead. And now you personally have refined this so you can hold it in your hand. It's incredible. I'm really proud of you. It's well done.
Yeah, it's something. So we sent a prototype to MMA RIGO, okay, and he sent it back. MMA RIGO sent the Nina Drama talking showerhead back because he said it only has a female voice. He wanted a male voice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we changed it. There's a little button right here. You can do a male voice and a female voice.
Okay.
And I mean, nobody else. We sent it to other people. Nobody else sent it back saying it's broke. It only has a female voice.
Who was that? MMA RIGO?
Hey, this is the Nina Drama talking showerhead. Let me tell you something. MMA RIGO has stories out on him and musical. The friend of the MMA guru. MMA guru's friend, musical. MMA is coming out with a video. He's 89%. He's 89% complete on this video about MMA RIGO, ladies and gentlemen. MMA RIGO is a MMA YouTuber who got kicked out of the MMA Guru chat because he was being too gay. You only get kicked out of the MMA Guru's chat for being too gay. You could be gay, like Giuliano got kicked out too. Giuliano was too gay. That's it.
Half the shit I talk about is gay. I'm talking about the size of guys' dicks and guys using penis pumps, but I'm still allowed in, you know.
That's right, Western RIGO Part 3. And Champ, you're right. But here's what happened to me, okay? So I didn't realize it at first being in the Apex, and I'm being serious. This is Simon Feck. If he's going to be serious, he's serious. I didn't realize. I thought guys that fought each other were like manly. It is a manly thing to do, right? But it's weird. And maybe you've experienced this too, Champ. But let me tell you, there's a lot of closet people in the MMA world. I walk around the Apex and I have to watch my back. I'm telling you, it's weird.
Yeah, that's interesting. And when you're walking around the Apex, are you wearing everyone is part gay? That is probably true, Wes. I agree with that. But when you're walking around the Apex, are you wearing the mask and using the microphone?
Okay, how about this, right? And now that this is Simon Feck being true here, right?
Okay.
Now you tell me if I'm wearing the mask or not, okay? So I'm walking around. I just come out of the bathroom, and I'm going. That's where the bathroom downstairs, where the front desk is. And then when you come out, well, you can go out two different ways. See, people just don't know this, right? You come out, the men and the women. You walk out. There's a wall here. You go this way to the actual Apex, and you go this way to the media place. I come walking out this way, and Bobby Green, he was Bobby Green back then, ladies and gentlemen. Bobby Green is behind me, and Bobby Green's like, I love your hair. Now, was I wearing a mask?
Yeah. Okay, so you were not, it's not a mask, that's just your face. But you're not implying that Bobby Green is gay, right? Because Bobby Green has like 12 kids with 7 different women.
I'm not implying anybody's gay. Yeah. Just let people show if they're gay or not. No, but Bobby Green, it's weird. It's weird. it's just like Wes Ghost says, everyone is part gay, right?
Yep.
Bobby Green has to comment. Bobby Green comments on my hair, and he followed me. Okay, so it's like there's a hallway there, and he followed me, and he kept complimenting on my hair. Now I'm thinking, is my hair really that great? I mean, why is Bobby Green commenting on my hair?
Was it like every 5 steps he would do? Like every 5 steps he would go, "Hey, your hair is nice." Another 5 steps, "Hey, your hair is still nice."
So like he's like the top of the fight game, right? And he knows that there's when you walk into the Apex, you know, you go through a metal detector. So he knows I don't have a gun. So he's got me. He's got me. He knows he can kick my bird ass here and there, and, you know. So he's got me, and he's teasing me about my hair, about how beautiful my hair is. And it is. It's like it's on the gay side. I don't know how to tell you. It's on the gay side. I'm not seeing.
If you were going to be attacked and mounted by any MMA fighter, Bobby Green's not a bad-looking guy. You know, like it could be. He would be at the top of my list of preferred. You know, if I was walking around the Apex and a guy was to attack me and mount me, Bobby Green, close to number 1.
Yeah, I was thinking, hey, I could get at least 600 views out of this if somebody videos it with Bobby Green humping my leg, humping Simon Feck's leg, ladies and gentlemen. I was hoping that Bobby Green would hump the leg of Simon Feck, ladies and gentlemen, so we can get some views, ladies and gentlemen.
It would go more viral than the video of him and Armin fighting backstage, you know. This would be like...
yeah, way past that. Way past that.
Way past
now,
that.
Listen.
Millions.
Yeah.
Yes.
Look, here's one of your fans, Wes Ghost.
Give us your top 5. All right. Is it okay if I quickly answer this?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. All right. Right now, number 1, I'm going to say King because I can't think of who else. Number 2, Dustin Poirier. He's a handsome guy. Who else? Who else is good looking? Yeah, I'm drawing a blank. Bobby Green and Dustin Poirier, they're in the top 5. I'll come up with the top 5 next week because I've not got a top 5 this week. So I'll write that down now. Top 5 guys from UFC that I want to mount me. I'll write it down.
Yeah. Listen, yeah. So he had... Now, first of all, listen here, Wes Ghost. First of all, he said, hey, can I answer that question real quickly? So, yeah, was that 3 or was that 4? He said, Ilya, Bobby Green, somebody else, and who did he say?
Dustin Poirier.
Dustin Poirier.
Yeah. Who else? I mean, I'm trying to think of like guys who are like exceptionally good looking in the UFC. I don't think there's a whole lot of them. Right.
Is that what the top 5 was? See, Wes Ghost,
yeah,
he didn't really, clarify what the top 5 was. So we were going with the top 5 best looking guys in the UFC. Is that what it was?
I think so. I don't know what else he was talking about.
So, see, that's the champ. That is a journalist right there. The champ is answering a question he doesn't even understand, ladies and gentlemen. He doesn't know, That's what a true journalist does, ladies and gentlemen. You answer the question even if you don't understand the question, ladies and gentlemen.
You make up a question and then you answer it.
That's just going to heights, ladies and gentlemen. If you ask us a question, we're going to answer it if we know the answer or not, or understand the question or not, ladies and gentlemen.
That's it. We're about engagement. Oh, Wes is crying. Don't cry, Wes. Why are you crying?
Now listen. Whenever let's see what he says now.
Perfect.
Okay. I can't really read it. It's tough for me to read it. Let me see.
He says, lol, the question was open to interpretation. Champ did perfectly, lol. Thank you, Wes.
Perfect. That is perfect. That's right. That's the kind of question the Simon Feck Show can answer, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, yeah.
Nothing specific, ladies and gentlemen.
No. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, you can, but let me put this out there first before we get to your stuff, okay?
Okay.
So, I need to put this out there. At one point, hopefully, Wes Ghost is going to bring up something. I mean, anything about Dricus Du Plessis. But go ahead and ask me a question, champ.
What's your take on the Raja Jackson situation? I'm curious to hear.
Yeah, well, there's a lot to speak of here. I mean,
Yeah.
That's a whole show in itself. But I mean, you would definitely think it's not fake or scripted. You would definitely think something like that. Okay, so
yeah,
because I mean the guy got beat up too bad. If it was fake or scripted, I mean the guy wouldn't have got beaten up so bad. It could have been one of the greatest marketing, strategies.
no.
But I think it's real, and the guy needs to go to jail as long as it's real, and it has to be real. I mean, nobody's gonna subject themselves to get beat up that bad, right? I mean, so
Yeah.
he needs to go to jail. He needs to go to jail. His father needs to be put on, say, probation. Which, see, I know Rampage Jackson. I can tell you a story. So far, everybody brought up on this show today, so far I know. Okay, except for some of the people in the chat. Okay? So I know Rampage Jackson. The reason I told the Bobby Green story is because sooner or later, these people, they come in and they hear this stuff and they're going to go, yep, I know who Simon Feck is. Okay? I can't wait. I can't wait for the first person to out Simon Feck, to dock Simon Feck. I can't wait. Hopefully it's Bobby Green. Okay? The reason the hair story was for a reason. Okay? And now we're going to tell a Rampage Jackson story. Okay? Rampage Jackson, it would be better if Rampage Jackson doxes Simon Feck. So here we go. So I have merchandise. You're laughing like it's not true. I have some merchandise.
No, it's true.
Yeah. So I have T-shirts. Yeah, T-shirts, right? I got some T-shirts. I give them to a friend because I'm getting on an airplane. My friend can't stay in that town long enough for me to get back to get the T-shirts, the merch.
Okay.
He gives them to Rampage Jackson.
Okay.
Rampage Jackson has them in his garage. See, now Rampage is going to know that this story is true and who I am. Rampage has them in his garage. I don't know Rampage Jackson at this point. I got to go to Rampage Jackson's house and tell him I'm the guy that owns the T-shirts in your garage. So I call him on the phone. He's like, yeah, come on over. So I come over. I knock on the door. And I hear this voice, come in. Now, sometimes you could misinterpret that for I'm coming. So I wait. Make sure he says, come in. So I open up the door eventually, and there's Rampage Jackson laying on his couch like a big fat turd, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay.
It was dark in there. And I walk up and I said, hey, I'm Simon Feck. I'm here to get my merchandise in your garage. And he says, I don't know what you're talking about. So now he's trying to scare the piss out of Simon Feck, right? Hey, on the phone, he said, yeah, come get it. Now he's saying, I don't know what you're talking about. So eventually, I go in, I look around, there's 3 boxes. I get the boxes, walk out the door and leave. And that's it, right? About 4 years later, I'm interviewing him on Radio Row. Now, Radio Row is for the Super Bowl.
Okay.
You know, the American football Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
I go there every year, and the UFC brings about 10 fighters there every year to walk around Radio Row. Radio Row is about 300 media stuff for a whole week long. About 2 years ago, Rampage Jackson shows up. I start telling the story to Rampage Jackson, and he's about ready to beat me up because he thinks I'm telling him a fake story. He doesn't even remember that. Scaring the piss out of me when I'm in his living room, acting like he doesn't know who I am and I'm here to steal stuff from his garage, ladies and gentlemen. Now, that's a shit story. Now, listen to me. That's a shit story. But when Rampage Jackson hears this, Rampage Jackson's going to go, that's so-and-so, and he's going to dox Simon Feck, and Simon Feck's going to go viral like 1,500 views, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. It's almost like you want to be doxxed, though, you know, the way you talk about it. And I think you're tired of the facade. You want, you know, you're going to reveal that it's not actually your face. It is a mask. And you'll be glad to be exposed.
Well, you know, either way. So when I finally do get doxxed, you asked me that last show. When I finally get doxxed, I'm going to deny it.
Okay.
We're still rolling how we roll, see?
I see.
The story will be bigger. So I'm looking for famous people to dox me, ladies and gentlemen. Because the only person that knows Simon Feck looks like this is the bird that's right outside the door, ladies and gentlemen. You think I'm gonna go around telling my friends? I look, I'm gonna go around telling my friends I got a microphone like this. Look, champ. Ladies and gentlemen, whoa! Ladies and gentlemen, yeah, I'm gonna go around telling my friends, you know, that I got a little. My microphone's a little kid toy, ladies and gentlemen, at a birthday party. And you see these goggles up here?
Yes.
This is from the Minions. Nobody said anything about the Minions.
Oh, that's right.
Yet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, what do we got? All those screens, and you can barely read chat. Who is that?
This is Western.
That's Western. Yeah, you know. I mean, listen. The MMA Guru gets away with low budget, you know, show.
Yeah.
So why we're not a fine-tuned thing here? Actually, the other guy on the show, the Ash is supposed to be reading the chats. That's, you know, kind of one of his jobs here.
Yeah.
And guess what? He's not here, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. I'm sure he's recovering from a paralyzing hangover, so we understand. You know, I heard Raja's
Yeah, so
going to be involved.
Go ahead.
No, I was just reading that text. Sorry.
What's it say?
It says, I heard Raja is going to be involved in another wrestling event.
That's right. I believe as well that Western, because I got in trouble one other time with Western when I was in the musical MMA chat, and somebody must have had a fake account in there and said something about Western, falling out of a tree and hurting his knee, and then like 6 days or 4 days later, he's back up in a tree. Well, Western, a couple live shows ago, Western corrected me and said he never said that. So I got to remember that people make fake accounts, okay?
All right.
Now, yesterday, I believe that Western heard about Raja being in another wrestling, federation. I think that might not be true. I mean that sounds like an MMA rumor mill to me. But I think Western heard that in the Gummy Gang yesterday, ladies and gentlemen. Not sure.
Well, here's one thing that's definitely true, and I'm happy to announce it right now. We will be crowdfunding for Raja Jackson to take an anger management course on Udemy. So that's exciting.
Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here on the Simon Feck Show, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. Okay, so I'll get some juice on Dricus. Let's see what else we got here.
Okay.
Denny, laughing my ass off.
Deny.
Oh, deny. I thought it said Denny. I can't read, ladies and gentlemen. Simon Feck has a bird brain, ladies and gentlemen. He can't read. He said Denny. I think we're missing a little one N, ladies and gentlemen. Like Denis Securitar from Submission Radio's missing an N too, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. If he carries on the way he is right now, he's going to be missing a lot more than an N. When we get our hands on Denis Shikuratov from Submission Radio, it is going to be, we are going to make a statement. We are.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But we won't do it.
Go ahead.
Sorry, I was just going to say, we won't do it unless we have 100,000 subscribers first. And we're really close to hitting the 100K mark. So remember to hit like and subscribe.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, the next and the greatest story to ever come out of the Simon Feck Show, we will release once we reach 100,000 subscribers. That's right. The next important thing to come out of the Simon Feck Show is when we reach 100,000 subscribers, and we're going to release it, ladies and gentlemen. Until then, you're stuck with this material, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep. We will only deliver subpar entertainment until we hit 100,000 subscribers.
All right, so one more thing, and then we'll get to what you got there, champ, okay?
Okay.
I did say I had hurt my knee really badly and was climbing 4 days later with full rigid leg brace. Oh, I missed the rigid leg brace thing. Okay. So that was it. It was actually you. Now let's back up a little bit, ladies and gentlemen. Trying to get the name Dricus in here. Okay. Now let's act like this just came naturally, okay? And hopefully Wes Ghost is still in here, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, the next in the chat right here. I'll get some juice on Dricus. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that's a comment there from Wes Ghost, ladies and gentlemen. Listen here, Wes Ghost. Wes Ghost, this is from Simon Feck, Wes Ghost. Okay? Wes Ghost, I checked it out. The Dricus Du Plessis gym has a phone number. The Dricus Du Plessis gym has a phone number on the internet that you can look up. What I want you to do, now you don't have to do this, but what I want you to do, okay, I want you, Wes Ghost, to call the front desk at Dricus Du Plessis gym, and whoever answers the phone, have them take a notation. Okay? Now, you got to put all these facts together and try to make it smaller. But you have to make it, you know, you have to make the punch there, okay? It has to be put across right so Dricus knows who Simon Feck is. Okay. Wes Ghost, call Dricus Du Plessis gym and tell them that Dricus Du Plessis, when he came to the Apex 2 different times, he was shuffled back to the back of the Apex. He did an interview with 3 guys in the room. 3 guys in the room. And those 3 guys were talking about coming to watch you fight in South Africa. And we were concerned about safety. And you said that we could stay at your house. Okay? Now, Wes Ghost, let me try to squeeze this together a little bit more. So you call up Dricus Du Plessis gym, and you say 2 different times you got interviewed in the Apex in this back room, back by, now hold on, now I got to, DC. Okay, here we go. You went into the Apex, got interviewed twice by these 3 different guys in this back room, back in the back, right next to Daniel Cormier's little office, okay? And we were going to come to South Africa to watch you fight in the UFC, but it never happened. And we were talking about a hotel and being safe. And you said that we could stay at your house. Now that is pinpointed right there. And then, Wes Ghost, what you say is, your friend, Dricus Du Plessis, your friend that interviewed you, that was going to stay at your house, wants me to come for 5 minutes and meet you. Is that okay? How was that, champ? Is that put across right?
Yep, I followed that. That was very articulate, and I'm looking forward to hearing what response Wes gets from the gym.
All right, thanks. Oh, I got to back up a little bit. The chat's going 1,000,000 miles an hour, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
See, we right here. Here's one of our newest. Here's one of our newest fans right here, ladies and gentlemen, coming over from the Gummy Gang, ladies and gentlemen.
Kainoto, he is Wes's apprentice, because Wes is like the super fan. Kainoto is like the young Padawan.
Well, we got a few of them in here right now, ladies and gentlemen. What do we got here? Now, I definitely, you're right, Western. I can't see, right? So it's. I got these glasses on, and then there's this netting, this mesh. It's tough, ladies and gentlemen. It's tough being Simon Feck, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
How do you see through that mask? Well, so Wes Ghost said it. Yeah, it's tough. Hey, Wes Ghost, are you going to call Dricus's gym? Somebody's showing their age right here. Hey, champ, do you know who Max Headroom is?
Yeah, I remember that show.
Yeah.
Did you ever see?
It was like a,
Sorry, no, carry on.
yeah, Max Headroom was like, I don't know, it was like a phenomenon. It came in quick, hit hard, and then it was done.
Yep.
Do you think there's any power outages in the neighborhood when Simon Feck goes live? Ladies and gentlemen, okay, ladies and gentlemen, listen, ladies and gentlemen, listen. All these TVs are less than 30 years old, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, they're pulling small wattages of power, ladies and gentlemen. Now, listen, we were 8 high. We were 8 high, ladies and gentlemen.
We need to get them back.
That's a good one. What do we got here? Copy that. I'll try my best to make you proud. All right, very good. So here's my suggestion, and I'm not telling you what to do. I mean, me and the champ are here to have fun, right? And, you know, just to have fun. But it's kind of a serious thing. I'm not telling you what to do. But if just write everything down and try to condense it. That's the word. Just try to condense it, and everything's a power punch. The person is going to relay this to Dricus. And I'm sure Dricus will say, come on. And make sure you let him know it's only like for 5 minutes. But I'm sure Dricus will give you 20 minutes, okay? Yeah, okay. So here you go. Max was around for years, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, Max Headroom was not a flash in the pan, ladies and gentlemen. Max Headroom was actually around for years, ladies and gentlemen. As a matter of fact, Simon Feck right over here has a figurine of Max Headroom, ladies and gentlemen. That's how he has lasted through the years, ladies and gentlemen. Through merchandise, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, Max Headroom was not a flash in the pan, ladies and gentlemen.
This has kind of got me curious. So, how old are the people watching the show? Because I'm kind of surprised. They sound like they're sort of our age. Or I don't know how old you are.
Okay.
But
well, you know, I'm going to say that's correct, right? So there's this thing, and you know it. Everybody on the internet is trying to act like they're 23 years old. Okay, the average of the UFC fighter fan or fighter, something's 23. Okay, and then everybody acts like, oh, that guy's old. The clown from the Clown Show only sings songs from 1984 to 85 to 86 to 87, right? The clown is going around saying people are old when they're 35 years old. The clown from the Clown Show Live has to be 56 to 58 years old. We got normal people in here. We don't have to hide our age, ladies and gentlemen. I'm a black crow, okay? So I can only be like 12 years old or younger, you know.
You are older than time itself. You are like a realm guardian who came here to inform the fans about mixed martial arts.
That's right. Like Mos from the MMA-holes said that he invented the internet, ladies and gentlemen. Okay?
Is that right?
Well, Simon Feck was here to invent actual MMA material that you can actually listen to and watch, ladies and gentlemen. That's it.
Okay. I mean, I'd say Mos. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Sorry, no. Continue.
Okay, so Wes Ghost right here. Wes Ghost says, easy work. And I think he's replying to, calling on the phone, describing the Simon Feck experience. Here's another thing, too, right? So, Dricus Du Plessis, he was in the room And behind him was his coach. Over to his right-hand side was a guy over there working the cameras, and Dricus Du Plessis' blonde girlfriend goes over there, and they exchanged videos from phone to phone. And then there was a guy over to his left and a guy straight ahead. I just described the whole room, okay, ladies and gentlemen.
Was Dricus' coach warning him about how to avoid the crucifix?
Ladies and gentlemen, Wes Ghost, here's another one. Wes Ghost, also, let's say if you don't get a reply, you call back a couple days later and you have Dricus Du Plessis look at the timestamp of this video, okay? And then Dricus Du Plessis will hear that he cannot avoid the crucifix, ladies and gentlemen.
Shit. No, don't do that. I don't want any problems.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dricus Du Plessis is one of the greatest guys, okay? And some big person said that the other day. I think it was Chael Sonnen. Chael, whatever you want to say. Chael Sonnen said that he met Dricus Du Plessis a few times and he's a straight-up guy. Let me tell you something. Dricus Du Plessis was going to let Simon Feck stay at his house when he was going to be either defending or challenging to get the belt, ladies and gentlemen. It was going to be a title fight. Yeah, defending it, okay? It was supposed to be in South Africa, but it never materialized. And he was going to have Simon Feck and some other idiot. It wasn't the three of us. It was going to be the two of us. Okay, you know, I'm getting further and further away from the champ. The champ has some material for us, actually, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, right.
Let's catch up with this chat, though, before we get started. It's moving so fast. Six viewers, Western says. I am old, bro. Nice.
How old are you,
like
Kainoto?
Huh?
Sorry, I was asking Kainoto how old he is, because I want to know what people consider old.
Well, there's his answer right there.
Yeah, but like, how old is that though? You know, because like, I'm almost 40, right? And my life is going nowhere. And it's just good that I got an opportunity to be on this show, because now I feel like I've done something meaningful with my life before I turn 40, you know?
Well, listen. I mean, you know, you are one short of a basketball team, okay? Tell me your life's going nowhere. I don't want to explain everything. I don't know. That's from me to you, champ. I don't know, you know.
I don't even know what that means, but it sounds funny. So hey.
It takes 5 people to man a basketball team.
Yeah.
It takes 5.
True. So you,
One
me,
more.
Ash.
Is this one going over your head?
Yes.
You said your life's going nowhere.
Yeah.
You are one away from manning a basketball team.
See?
You still don't get it.
No, I don't get it. What are you talking about?
All right. Well, I don't want to tell people, you know, your personal information or anything like that.
Okay.
I think you said it on the show, but I don't know. Okay. All right, so we're getting ready to move on to your material, ladies and gentlemen. 6 viewers, says Western. Yeah, we're sitting at an even 6 here for quite a while, ladies and gentlemen. The Simon Feck Show has 6 fans, ladies and gentlemen.
Nice. Nice. It's actually going up because last week it was mostly, or the last time it was mostly 4 viewers. Now it's 6. And we hit 11 last time, right?
Well, here's something, right? So, Giuliano Argenti with the MMA rumor mill that says, you know, his uncle is the son of Sam, and his family changed their name from Falco to Fulco or something like that. Okay. But he said that vertical streaming will get you more views. Okay. So Simon Feck was doing, what was it? Submission Radio, Denis Shakuratov, and in the background was the Sphere, you know, in Vegas, right? It was sitting around 27 high.
Oh, was it? Wow. I saw that with Denis. I saw you were in the street with him.
Right. So, yeah. So that was 27 high. But
wow.
the one thing about the vertical stream, no views came afterwards. It's weird when Argenti gets done. He usually has, I don't know, usually lately, let's say 100, 200, 300 views, and then the next day he's got 5,000. I mean, how does that work?
Man.
Simon Feck's vertical stream, nothing came afterwards. When we go like this, horizontal, we get more afterwards.
Oh,
now,
right.
when you look at this 7 high, it's not going to show you when we get done how many views. It takes about 24 hours. I can see it in the analytics or whatever it's called, right? Yeah. I can see it. I mean, right now, when we're looking at 7, 6, everything like that, we're going to have about 700 views today. It's my guess. But 350 minimum.
That's awesome.
Been a fan of MMA since it started. Young at heart, though. That's great. That's great.
No.
Moss actually did invent interactive MMA shows, but Simon Feck will take it to the next level. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. The Simon Feck Show with the champ and with the Ash being absent, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take it to bigger and higher heights than anybody's ever taken it before, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. It's going to be crazy when we get really famous, when we're like walking down the street and everyone's just stopping us, you know.
Yeah, so Simon Feck has asked the Sewer King for us to do a show together, like at a bar, like in Las Vegas, at a bar in Las Vegas. But the Sewer King, I don't know, he's just not grasping it, okay? The Sewer King's not grasping the idea of having, and he's in the comics. He's into all that Superman and that stuff and everything like that. You got to have the villain. The villain is Simon Feck.
Yeah.
And I told him, I said at the beginning, I could get us $1,000 a night. You're at one side of the bar, and I'm at the other side of the bar. And what we mainly do is have people come on. It's like a shit show, but people come on and they can sit next to you on the show for 5 minutes and they pay $25. We can run through people. Plus, the bar is going to pay us $1,000 each. I already got the place lined up, ladies and gentlemen. I was just hanging out in Vegas with the guy. Now, half of Vegas. Vegas has the MGM and it has Caesars. Each of them own half of Vegas. Oh, the entertainment guy for the MGM, I was hanging out with him for 3 days straight here recently, ladies and gentlemen. You don't think I could come up with a bar that's in one of the MGM hotels? It ain't just one hotel. They own half. And Caesars own half. I got a bar right now to pay me and, what's his name, Sugarcane, or Jose Youngs from MMA Fighting on SBN, whatever you want to call him. But he's scared. You show up with your Sugarcane outfit on, you big idiot. But that's right, champ. You and I, champ, pretty soon you're going to be flying to Vegas and we're going to be doing shows out there, champ.
Yeah.
When I get done, or we get done with the MMA Guru here, listen, I'm not kidding about the 48 episodes, and I can pump them out real quick, okay? They're coming up.
Okay. I'm looking forward to it. Did
So
you want to talk about
30? Huh?
Sorry. 50,
He
but I
looks
look
30 and he is 12.
That's the way to be. I'm the same. Let Simon Feck take you under his plague mask wing, and you'll soar like an eagle, ladies and gentlemen. Nice. I love the enthusiasm.
Fly like an eagle. Yeah, through the sky, you're gonna fly like an eagle. You know, hey, listen, the clown show sings, and he can't sing. The MMA Guru sings. Well, yeah, he can sing. Simon Feck just learned that Simon Feck can't sing, ladies and gentlemen. You know what? Let me tell you a story about the Eagles, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? The Eagles picked on me when I was a kid, ladies and gentlemen.
Are you talking about the band or birds?
Yeah. There's always bullies around, and the Eagles are the bullies, ladies and gentlemen. But let me tell you something, us Black Crows, we get around that, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not going to tell you that story right now. I'm trying to get to the champ's material. The whole reason we have this Sunday show, ladies and gentlemen.
But before we do that, though, can I ask you a question?
Go ahead, champ.
So, we were recently endorsed by Michael Bisping. Is that right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Can you tell me what happened there?
Listen. So, a friend of mine, he has a marble. You know marbles?
Yeah.
Yeah. So a friend of mine has a marble making, like the kids' toys, a marble making company like that. So we got Michael Bisping invested in it, sort of like a fake frontman of the company. And what he does is he takes the marbles out of his eye in the commercial, and he brings it up to the camera and he goes, "Here's my eye, ladies and gentlemen." Like this, ladies and gentlemen. Hi, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Michael Bisping, ladies and gentlemen. And how would you like this, ladies and gentlemen, as one of your marbles? And he pulls this thing out of his eye. And he's got like a big 8-ball like that, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, so Michael Bisping, he's like, why should I do that? Why should I make fun of my glass marble eye? That's it.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. Right.
Why? What did you hear?
Well, I saw that he got pissed off at you in the chat, and I wanted to know what you'd said.
Okay. Wow, you seen that? Man,
you sent me the video.
That went viral.
Yeah, it went viral.
Yeah. Okay, so, all right, to everybody out there in MMA land, okay, so somebody asked Michael Bisping, when was the last time he ate junk food? And he's experiencing, I mean, he's telling everybody about his experience about just the night before, him and Rebecca, why won't you come, Rebecca? Rebecca, you never come, Rebecca. Why don't you come, Rebecca? So he's explaining that just the night before he ate junk food. And Simon Feck typed in there, he said, when was the last time you ate Rebecca? And he goes,
all right.
He read it in his head, but he didn't say it out loud. And he said,
Yeah.
oh, come on, Simon Feck.
You said, come on, Pete. Okay. I wish I hadn't asked now. Okay, right. So, Wes. Is Wes coming on the show?
Listen. He can hit the link if he wants. Cool. Wes can come on the show. He said he was going to come on. You can come on the show.
Yeah.
But whatever you do, don't eat Rebecca.
Yeah.
Giuliano Fulco, says Western. That's the Argentini. What do we got here?
Do you want me to read that?
Yeah.
Okay. Simon, Argenti has the same 8 people watching his stream. 0 engagement, yet he gets about 2,000 subs each week. It's very suspect. Yeah.
Yeah, it's strange, right?
Yeah.
But, okay, so here's the thing with and YouTube tells you this. If people are learning something, if you're giving them value in knowledge and learning something, that is going to be your number one thing to do on the internet. So Giuliani, whatever it is, he's representing himself as a predictions, MMA predictions. So to me, maybe people are coming by and clicking and say, I'll come back later, and they just never come back because they're looking for predictions.
I see.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So, what do you think is the valuable information provided by this show?
This show right here.
Yeah.
This show right here. The value is going to be when Simon Feck finally gets doxxed. But right now, we got to break out you, okay? Here's another thing, too. It's called engagement.
Yeah.
Now, listen, Champ. I have been in the video business for years, okay? Engagement with the audience. I like it the way you're up close to the camera, okay? And then you look at the camera every once in a while. Because of you, people can, I'm just telling you, man, you just haven't, like a human face and human eyeballs. And you got 2 of them, unlike Michael Bisping, okay? But anyways, the engagement, so that helps.
Okay,
yeah, it was tough with Simon Feck, right? There's no like eye engagement.
It's right. Okay, Western 100%. What is that in response to?
I don't know. Let's run through this and let's get to your stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, because I want to keep this around an hour and 45 minutes, each time.
Okay.
And so maybe we'll end with your stuff. I don't know. Bro, streamed to 5 people and has 122,000 subs. I know, Western, it's crazy. What do we got here? Western makes 0 cents. He's constantly banning people. No comments on his streams. Some 8 people, all mods, watching the stream, yet his sub count grows like weeds. Yeah, you got that right. I don't know anything about Western banning people, right? So we got Western as our moderator, and I don't think Western's banned anybody. I don't really know how this goes.
Kainoto says Western, it makes 0 sense. So he's agreeing with what Western is saying. They're talking about
I got it.
What's it?
That's the problem with Simon Feck. I can barely see what I'm reading. I'm concentrating more at being able to see it than actually understand it. But yeah, now I see it. Remember, Simon Feck has a bird brain, okay? I don't know if we're ever going to catch up on this chat here, champ.
Yeah, there's a lot there.
Can you buy views and subs? Guess you can buy views and subs. I mean,
Nah.
I heard back in the day you could, but I don't really know right now.
Yeah.
But oh man, listen, Simon Feck knows a few things, right? So Giuliano was sending like $30,000 to the MMA Guru through Super Chats, right? Okay, now casual, MMA casual or casual combat or whatever his name is now sending money to Giuliano. MMA RIGO used to send money to the MMA Guru. Now, everybody that sends money to somebody, like big amounts like that, you watch their channel and it seems to grow. Now, there's something to that, ladies and gentlemen. Now, we need to watch this casual combat guy. Okay? He's small right now. But I'm telling you right now, what's his name? Giuliano looked at his phone and he goes, oh, what's his name here? Hold on a second. I got his name up here. Fuck it. I don't know. Fuck it, right?
Okay.
So, Idaho. That's his name. His name's Idaho. So, Giuliano looks at his phone and goes, because he got a message. And he goes, oh, Idaho's scared about the first money upload. Now, why is Idaho scared about the first money upload? Now, Simon Feck, Simon Feck, I have the MMA Guru tied down. That's all I can say right now. I'm right on the edge of doing it. Champ, I don't know if we're going to catch up. Maybe we'll catch up later if you got time afterwards, right?
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. For so long, he flat out denied botting his channel. Then after he hit 100,000, he said, I don't know, maybe someone is buying me subs. That makes 0 sense. Like, why would someone else buy you subs? I work very hard, and even I don't buy subs for this show. I work in a shoe shop. That's what I do.
Yeah.
I'm a feet expert.
Very good. So Giuliano, his thinking on that is that somebody else is buying them for him to get him banned.
Oh, right. Yeah, okay. But I suppose that's logical.
But they've been continuing to buy him bots and subs and all this stuff for like over a year now. It must be pretty expensive and it's not working. When are they going to give up? Oh, also, when now I'm not telling you what to do, champ, because you know, you're a champ. But let's try to say the person's name.
Okay, yeah. All right. So Kainoto says, Simon, when you imitate Bisping, you should wear those glasses with eyes popping out with coils. But only when the eye pops out.
Dude, ladies and gentlemen, Yeah. Okay. So his name is Kanato, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. We're gonna do we're gonna do a short here. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, coming in from Kanato, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, we now have a new character on the show, ladies and gentlemen. It's Michael Bisping, ladies and gentlemen. Simon Feck's going to be wearing those glasses with the coils coming down in the eyes going everywhere, which way, everywhere, ladies and gentlemen. Now, listen, that there, I stuttered at the end. Let's try it again. Ladies and gentlemen, Kanato, ladies and gentlemen, came in with a new character for the Simon Feck Show. It's going to be Michael Bisping, ladies and gentlemen, where Simon Feck wears eyes with the coils. You know those coils that go down, ladies and gentlemen, that flop all around the place, ladies and gentlemen. All right, guess what? That ain't working.
This is a huge day for the show, though.
Yeah. That's huge. That's going to be a good one, man. And then, you know, so Michael Bisping, what happened? Something just happened. We just blurred out. Hold on a second. Okay, now it's back. That was weird. What's it say?
That's the same comment about the eyes with the coils. Yeah. Oh, this one. WesternMassClimber says, does it make sense that his subs come in blocks of 1,000? No. If that's what's happening, that's total bullshit.
That's a good point. But not everybody's uncle is the son of Sam, like Giuliano Argenti, whatever his name is. Like fucking, you know, like fucking, like Moy's audio, like JVD, like you know, like fucking, you know, like Tone K, like fucking, you know, like fucking, abnormality, like fucking, you know. And by the way, my uncle is not the son of, like fucking, son of. Yeah, it's pretty weird that he keeps jumping up 1,000.
Yeah, that smells.
The MODERATOR doesn't even go up 1,000 every day.
WesternMassClimber says he's not saying I ban people. Oh yeah, that was earlier on. Yeah.
Sorry. Hey, listen. You know what? I'm gonna dox Simon Feck's pay next week, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry about that, Western.
Kanato says, lol. Yeah, Simon.
Lol. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Listen, the MMA guru did not die at 27 years old, ladies and gentlemen. You know why MMA guru didn't die at 27 years old, people? Because he's a failure. Ladies and gentlemen, the MMA guru is a failure, and he can't even die at 27 years old, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. Now, there's a short right there. All right,
All right. WesternMassClimber, he's just given us the URL for the Idaho guy's channel.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, we need to keep an eye on Idaho because Idaho's sending money to Argenti. Now, I finally got his middle name right, Argenti. Yeah, Idaho is sending money, and he's scared. Why would he be scared about sending money to Giuliano? Because something shady's going on, ladies and gentlemen. It's no secret. It's no mystery novel why Idaho would be scared to send money to Argenti. Because something's on the foot, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so anyways, WesternMassClimber's name is Western.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll call him Western in future. Do you think that
Yeah.
you should bring out the double eye emoji for the guy from Idaho?
Oh, yeah, okay. That's a good one. Okay, hold on a second. I still got it. I used to erase those things. All right, hold on. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, Halloween's coming up, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, Halloween's coming up. Get your MMA Guru mask, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, MMA Guru's 27 years old this year, ladies and gentlemen. Remember the 27-year curse, ladies and gentlemen. You might want to get your mask ahead of time before they're all sold out, ladies and gentlemen. That was in the way of the double eye emoji.
I loved it. That was great.
Ladies and gentlemen, whoa! Ladies and gentlemen, right here, the double eye emoji. The double eye emoji has an eye on Idaho, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. What is he, casual combat or something like that? The double eye emoji is watching Idaho and his money transfer to Giuliano Argenti Falco or Fulco. It used to be Falco, ladies and gentlemen, the son of Sam. His uncle's the son of Sam. But we're getting off topic, ladies and gentlemen. Idaho, the double eye emoji is watching you, ladies and gentlemen. We should have had it this way, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh yeah, it
we
works
need to
both
go
ways.
through it again, ladies and gentlemen. We're sitting at an even 8 high. You hear me, Idaho? Idaho, you have that stupid snowstorm. Why do I want to watch your stream and you got a snowstorm? Simon Feck lives in Florida. Why do you have a snowstorm on your stupid streams? It's stupid, Idaho. But what's not stupid is you're scared of sending money to Giuliano Argenti Falco, whatever the hell his name is. The double eye emoji is watching you, Idaho. Why don't you send Simon Feck money and be scared about it, Idaho? If you want to make a good bet, ladies and gentlemen, listen. If you want to make the best bets, here is betting advice. Ladies and gentlemen, here's the best MMA betting advice that you can have, ladies and gentlemen. Listen up. Right here. Ladies and gentlemen, you need to watch Minty Bets, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. Minty Bets, the hot Minty Bets will lead you in the right direction. Giuliano and Idaho, they don't know crap about. Listen to me. Ladies and gentlemen, Minty Bets, the hot biscuit, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, Minty Bets, why don't you come on the show, Minty Bets? Click the link, Minty Bets. There's your double eye emoji. Stick that in your pipe and smoke it, ladies and gentlemen.
That was beautiful.
That was a good idea, champ.
Yeah, thanks.
Simon Feck Show.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Canotto says, son of Sam is Jewish. Argenti is Italian. You can be Jewish and Italian.
Yeah. All right. Next one.
Okay. What's the next one? This is a new viewer, Loquacious. We have a loquacious person in the chat.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And he's given us an emoji.
Show.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show.
You will not regret watching this show, Loquacious. You will not.
There's nowhere else you could watch a show with 9 high viewers. Okay, so we are exactly an hour and 10 minutes to an hour and 20 minutes late to get to the subject today, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, Champ, you got anything for the show today?
I got some scoops. Right, so the first one is I was watching Kelvin Gastelum on the Food Truck Diaries. I don't think we have the sound, but I've got some quotes from him that were really interesting. So he was talking about his weight cutting issues and how that's been a persistent factor for him. And he said, to tell you the truth, Brendan, the only thing I've found that helps me deal with the stress of weight cutting during camps is wearing a full body snail costume and slathering my body in Vaseline. I then get down on my stomach and sorry. So I then get down on my stomach and slide around on the floor. And when my wife gets home, she doesn't even need to shout for me. She just follows the trail of Vaseline on the floor.
Ladies and gentlemen, listen. The Champ just exposed a secret, ladies and gentlemen. This is supposed to be the secret way to cut weight.
Yep.
Anybody in the know is cutting weight this way, ladies and gentlemen. But I'm going to tell you that right now, that Bobby Green does not cut weight like this, ladies and gentlemen. Just keep that in your mind. But Bobby Green likes Simon Feck's hair, ladies and gentlemen. Listen, Champ, where do you get all this stuff at, Champ?
Listen, man, it's out there. It's in the ether on the internet. I just grab it and capture it. You know, it's beautiful. But yeah, I mean, it's a great. I'm happy for Kelvin if it helps him deal with stress. Just slathering Vaseline, and Vaseline's not cheap either. You know, it's when you're using it like that. So I hope that the UFC are paying him right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, I mean, you got Simon Feck sitting here going, man, who would ever thought about Vaseline?
Yep.
And weight cutting.
Yep.
I mean, Simon Feck is just gassed it on that one. Okay?
Yep.
What else you got, Champ?
Did you get a message from a UFC fighter after the last show?
Well, I mean, listen, I'm not supposed to go around, you know, giving out information. If you say somebody specific, I might.
Okay. So a certain famous UFC heavyweight messaged me, and I was very taken aback, and I wanted to bring this up on the show because. Did you get the message as well?
Well, of course. I think I know where you're going. Listen, I'm Simon Feck. I get a lot of crazy messages, okay?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'll just read for anyone watching. We got a message. I got a DM, and Simon got a DM from Daniel Cormier after the last stream. And he was very angry, and I don't understand why, because I don't even think we talked about Daniel Cormier. But he sent this DM, and I'm just going to read it out on air. And it's all caps, and I'm just going to read it verbatim. I'm balder than a motherfucker. Ain't no one in the UFC as bald as me. After I come back to the heavyweight division and beat that skinny bitch Tom Aspinall, I'ma go to Turkey and get myself hair plugs. I'm Daniel Cormier, 2-division champion. I could pass any drug test in the world, but the one thing I soon will not be able to pass is a plug test because I'm getting hair plugs. I'm gonna come to Scotland and fight you, you skinny ginger bitch. So I don't know why he's angry at me, because I don't even think we talked about Daniel Cormier.
Yeah, well, listen. So in the Apex, my office is, right across the hall from DC. Now DC is upset, okay, because Dana White only hires bald people, and DC wants to go against the system, okay.
Yeah.
He wants to go against the system. That's why he wants hair plugs, ladies and gentlemen. I'll tell you somebody. You think Minty Bets has hair? No. Minty
Hair plugs.
Bets. Listen, I don't know how. Listen to me. Minty Bets here is bald, ladies and gentlemen. You can't work for the UFC unless you're bald. And DC is getting tired of being pushed around, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
He's going to go against the machine, ladies and gentlemen. Daniel Cormier is going to go against the machine, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, by the way, Minty Bets, make sure you click the link and come on the show. You're hot. Daniel Cormier is going against the machine.
Yeah.
Dana White is caught in his own machine, ladies and gentlemen. Dana White went bald because of his own rule that he only hires bald people, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Dana White has a full head of hair.
Yeah, the average age. What's his name? Ferguson. Ferguson actually has hair. Everybody, Jon Anik has hair. Everybody shaves their head because the rule is you have to be bald to be employed by the UFC, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm applauding DC for getting hair plugs on that ugly bald head of his. You hear me, DC? And if you don't like it, DC, walk across the hall and try to kick Simon Feck's ass because you told me a story. You can't. We were videoing, interviewing people, and you think you're a big star, and you walk in our interview, and you walk in there and you start talking. We're in the middle of an interview, and you told us about how you had to quit because you had a bad back. Well, Simon Feck knows how to kick your ass right now, ladies and gentlemen. I just get in a wrestling match with you. How about that?
Yeah. You would take DC down in a heartbeat, even if he had full flowing locks down to here. Because I can see DC with like long hair and a woolly hat over it and a plaid shirt, like Busybone from what's that band called? Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Oh yeah, everybody knows what that band is.
Yep. It looks like he's a few minutes late, but the Ash made it.
Ladies and gentlemen.
All right, man.
Hello?
Hello.
How you doing? Well, listen, we didn't say anything because we thought you would have a lot to say because, we've been talking for like an hour and a half or so, an hour and 45 minutes.
I was taking a shit.
Ladies and gentlemen, in case you don't know, we got some new viewers in here. In case you don't know, the Ash takes a shit on the Simon Feck Show every week, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm not talking about literally, but yeah, literally. Takes a shit on the Simon Feck Show every week, ladies and gentlemen.
I forgot what time it was, all right? I don't know what year it is.
Well, listen, our moderator Western right here, says you're way too late. You know what? Western might ban you.
Oh no! I overheard you talking about DC's long hair.
Yeah.
Yes, it's quite long.
Yeah. Well, he sent that angry message about how he's going to get hair plugs in Turkey.
Oh.
Yeah.
Gobble gobble.
Yeah, and he called Tom Aspinall a skinny bitch.
Wait, he is
Hey,
though.
hey, Ash.
Isn't Tom
You
Aspinall in
came
the
on the
featherweight
show.
division?
What was that?
Hey, isn't Tom Aspinall in the featherweight division?
Yeah. Yeah, he
The
could cut to
atomweight?
featherweight. Yeah.
Cut to featherweight. That's the new rule for heavyweights. You have to cut to 145 pounds.
Well, listen. Tom Aspinall has stock in Vaseline.
Is that right?
Yes. Tom Aspinall has bought into a large amount of stock into Vaseline, ladies and gentlemen.
For his nipples, or
He's gonna be receiving a belt in every division there is, from top to bottom.
And male and female. Tom Aspinall could be any female fighter in the world, I think.
I think Floyd Mayweather could beat Tom Aspinall at mixed martial arts in the heavyweight division. It could be close, though. I'm not too sure.
Okay, so excuse me, the champ. Do you have one more, or do you have more, or are you done?
Well, I was just want to. Do I have another one? I think I did somewhere. Yeah, I'm done. I was going to do a recap of the Misfits Boxing event last night because there was some world-class talent on display at the X Series.
Yeah. Vintage Luke Rockhold, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, that was pretty
Very
fucked
vintage.
up. Yeah.
Did you see? He's a transformer. He transformed into a lawn chair.
Oh, man. There was a girl, right? She came out on the prelims. It was her pro boxing debut. And she came out with like 4 guys that did a choreographed dance to the ring. And like, yeah. And then she got in the ring and was like that, was like Rock'em Sock'em Robots. And she lost. And it was like, maybe she should have, I don't know. It looked like she should have spent more time training for the fight than training for her entrance.
Yeah, it is funny, isn't it? All these people have these grand entrances and then they get their face smashed in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it just like the grand entrance of the Ash today, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
The audience had been waiting for an hour and 45 minutes for the Ash, ladies and gentlemen. The Ash is like the lead singer of Guns N' Roses, ladies and gentlemen. He just shows up whenever he wants to, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm Conor McGregor. I show up whenever I want.
Yeah. The Ash does what the fuck he wants.
All you little fools can get it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Ash is still asleep, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
I'm still in last month.
Ladies and gentlemen.
The 8-ball.
Meatballs? Oh!
The 8-ball. Michael Bisping's eyeball.
Oh!
This is one of the latest costumes right here, ladies and gentlemen. Coming out Halloween 2025. This is an insertable eyeball for your children, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Bisping eyeball, ladies and gentlemen. Get this costume for your little kids, ladies and gentlemen, and have them stick it in their eye, ladies and gentlemen.
His Jack eye?
Oh, fuck's sake. Right.
Okay. So I think that's going to be a wrap for the Simon Feck Show, unless somebody's got something. Who out there is lingering out there, ladies and gentlemen?
It was
Who's
a
going to
pleasure
type
for
something
having
in,
me
ladies
on.
and gentlemen? Well, hey, I mean, you're the main event today, man.
Yeah.
It was a pleasure. This hour-long discussion has been one of the most life-changing conversations I've ever had in my life.
Well, hey, listen here, Denis Shakuratov, okay? Denis, we have an Aussie on our show, okay? That's all I got to say about that. You ain't nothing
Denis
special.
Denis Shakuratov, we're coming on your ass.
Denis is disgusting. I will never, ever trust another Australian ever again.
Listen.
That's going to be hard for you.
Oh.
Listen. Is Denis live right now? Because I'm thinking about doing a Simon Feck raid on his ass. We're going to send all 6 people.
Well, you know what?
Denis Shakuratov, you wouldn't know what to do with the 6 Simon Feck viewers right now if I unleash them on you.
In Australia,
Simon Feck raid.
In Australia today, there was an anti-immigration protest, like in every major city. So I reckon Denis has something to do with this.
Yeah.
Denis is hiding. Denis will be hiding.
He's hiding.
Anti-Denis protest.
He's hiding under in a bush somewhere.
Under a rock.
Under
in
a
bush.
rock. In a bush.
Ladies and gentlemen, just so we talk about everything, that's in the title of this live stream. We got one more to talk about, ladies and gentlemen. We're not even going to talk about Dana White. See, right there, I just said his name, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, listen to me, ladies and gentlemen. I'm pretty sure next week we're going to have Laura Sanko on the show, ladies and gentlemen.
Nice.
You know why? Because Laura Sanko's hot. Listen to me. Laura Sanko's hot, ladies and gentlemen. Laura Sanko, click that link and come on the show. Listen to me, Laura Sanko. Come on the show, bitch. There you go. Okay, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Hey, Ash, I'm sorry, but we're going to have to close the show out because we ran out of material.
That's okay. I'll be back on the next one.
Nice.
On time.
Now, here's how it goes. Right? All right. Whoever comes up with the best material gets the shorts.
Nice.
That's it.
Laura Sanko shorts.
Nice one, boys. And right here, I want to say a special thank you, and I was going to say it before this comment. All right. Western, we appreciate you being here the whole show. I really appreciate it. You put all the hard work in, and I appreciate it. Western.
Yeah.
As soon as Simon Feck gets boxed, or when Simon Feck gets done with the MMA Guru. Now, listen, I have a bet with somebody. I have to do this stuff. I keep putting it off, but I think I'm going to do it this month. I have a bet with somebody through the year of 2025. One or the other, the Simon Feck Show is going to blow up here in the next month or two, probably 2 or 3 months. Mark my words, ladies and gentlemen. And it was the 4 of us. And we also got Wes Ghost and Canado and I don't know who else, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, we're going to have to wrap this show up. Anybody got any last words?
I'll do a face reveal at 10,000 subs.
Listen, have you been listening the whole time? Because we were talking about 100,000 earlier.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I mean, 100,000.
That's good. We agreed that we're going to do subpar content.
Yeah, because listen, Ash, 100,000 subs is just around the corner.
Yeah.
I mean, so at 10,000, we want people to anticipate. 10,000, we'll be at 10,000 in probably like 6 or 7 years. We want people to anticipate for decades. That's right. Western's doing the heavy lifting, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
There isn't even anybody in here to ban, ladies and gentlemen. You gotta
That's
have
not even
somebody
my
to
face,
ban
man.
first, ladies and gentlemen.
That's my other personality. That's not my face.
Ash is getting doxxed.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
I don't know what this is, but Ash's face is right here on this channel, ladies and gentlemen. Are you linking it up, champ?
Yeah, I'm looking it up. Yeah, I can see there is a man's face on this channel. I forgot that you called out Wade on his stream. That's funny. Did you see that Simon got told off by Michael Bisping?
Wait, what?
Yeah, and in his live chat.
Really? What did he say?
Do you want to tell it or will I?
Okay. Yeah, you could say it.
Okay. Someone was asking Michael Bisping in the chat, when was the last time you ate junk food? And as he's answering this question, Simon pops in with, when was the last time you ate Rebecca? And Michael Bisping got a bit pissed off at him.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
That's wild, bro.
Yes. It's definitely. I'm not concerned about Michael Bisping sending someone to Edinburgh to beat the shit out of me.
Well, he has to see you first.
Oh, fuck.
Right. Wait, listen to me right now. This is going to be the most important thing that we've said all day, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen,